because I wasn't PE.
Mm.
But did you hear me jump up and down and complain and say how unfair it was?
Nope.
Or did I say, okay, well, we can't get a COVID loan, so what do we have to do? We have to sell the shit out of whatever we have.
Yeah.
And we just doubled down and sold hard and worked hard. And what did I do? I liquidated the few assets that I had built up so that we could keep going.
To keep
Everyone in our business got paid. Yes, the team got paid. Everyone got paid. We kept going. Came out of COVID with nearly nothing.
Yeah.
Not nothing, but nearly nothing. And that's life. We didn't sit around and complain. I didn't complain that this is unjust and the reason I lost my business was because of COVID and because I couldn't get a loan because I'm a 55-year-old white guy. I didn't do that. I went, okay, it is what it is. I can't control those things. What can I control? And I think that's such a hard thing. And when we talk about this, Sully, I think people mistake this because they think, oh, you make it sound so easy. It is not easy.
No.
It is not easy. And I empathize for people, but I can't, when I look at certain people from all walks of life, I look at certain people living in a shack or living, in my brain, it's like, that is freaking damn hard. That is hard. That is damn hard. But the reality is in that hardness, what's the next step that you can do to improve it? That does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what's the next step? And that process will take time. How do I know it takes time? Because people have moved out of those environments to create something different for themselves.
Many.
Which means if people have done it, you can do it. You can. It's not easy. Does that make sense? It's like I bought a franchise. As you know, after 3 years, that franchise collapsed globally. I was 2.5 million rand in debt. That's a hard place to friggin' be. I don't know, because of my privilege, someone that said, oh, here, son, here's 2.5. I didn't have that. No. I had to get out. I had to sell. I had to find a way. I had to connect with people I knew. And over a period of time, I clawed that money back.
Yeah.
Over time. No. So, and I think that's what people miss, is that in that thing, nowhere was I saying, oh, I don't associate with how tough the past was.
That would just be.
That does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can see that it was tough, but guess what? The past was tough for the Japanese coming out of World War II. They built one of the strongest economies in the world. The past was tough for Singapore when they came out of being under British rule.
Yeah.
They built one of the strongest economies in the world. The past was tough for Rwanda 30 odd years ago when they came out of when they came out of what they came out of, and they built one of the leading economies in Africa. So the past was tough.
100%.
But every single one of those leaders said, let's learn from the past, never allow the past to happen again, but move towards the future.
Yeah, and I think that's where, because like, a thought that I had, right, and I'm basing this on like the people that we know, the people that we associate with, right? So I look at somebody like Benny Senokani, who grew up in
Tembisa,
but also in the apartheid era.
100%.
For as long as I've known Billy, I've heard Billy speak, I've never heard him say that prevented him from being where he is.
It didn't. It fueled him to get better.
His story of walking barefoot to go to school, barefoot
from barefoot to snakeskin shoes.
Yeah.
That was his signature. That was his signature talk.
What a guy, man! What a lie.
and I know why Billy was so good, because he went to a private school and learned to be really eloquent in English. And
Did all of that.